Good morning, everyone. Today I am going to take up the second part of rural development, and in this video I am going to cover up the emerging challenges in the form of diversification and organic farming. Right, because we have already covered up the topics of rural development, the concept and the lingering issues in the form of rural credit and agriculture marketing. So here is a quick recap, or we can say that a recapitulation what we have done. Rural development is a comprehensive term. It is an action plan for those areas which are lagging behind. We are already done with the lingering issues in the form of infrastructure facilities, either in terms of rural credit or agriculture marketing. So quickly we are going to start with the next emerging issue. It is the aspect of diversification, because nowadays agriculture is not confined only to farm related activities. Presently we call this sector as agriculture and allied activities sector. So this allied term means the aspect of diversification. It has two aspects: diversification of crop production and diversification of production activities. Now what do you mean by these terms? Diversification of crop production means it is a shifting from single cropping system to multiple cropping system. This involves shifting the cropping pattern from food grain to cash crop, and the major aim behind this shifting is to change from subsistence farming to commercial farming. Because once a farmer who is earlier producing for his family only, which is known as subsistence farming, but when he starts producing it for the market, it will not only benefit to him, but it will also benefit the government, because it will generate the revenue. Second important diversification is in terms of activities. As I told you, the allied sector term, it is related with diversification of productive activities. You must heard about the agriculture sector is faced with the problem of disguised unemployment, right, where more people are working than the required amount. So when these people shift from agriculture to allied activities or non-farm activities, this is known as diversification. This will provide an alternate sustainable livelihood, and definitely it would going to raise their income. So in the next we are going about these productive activities, right? So the first one in this regard is the animal husbandry and livestock, which is concerned with breeding, rearing, caring of farm animals. It definitely provides the stability of income, food security and nutritional value to the family. Presently, it would contribute around 7 lakh employment option for the small and marginal farmers in India. Next in this regard is the dairy farming, which involves breeding, raising, utilization of dairy animals for production of milk and various dairy products. I think you must see the ads of Amul, which is a brand, Indian brand, even in abroad also. So it is mainly because of successful implementation of Operation Flood. Sometime you will get a question in MCQ that the Operation Flood is related to what? So it is related to milk production, and India ranks first in case of milk production. Next, the most flourishing activity is the fish occupation. This occupation devoted to catching, processing or selling of fish and water bodies, which are popularly known as mother and provider of fisheries. Some states, they are flourishing with this occupation. I mean, this becomes a principal occupation in some states, which includes Kerala, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu. Presently, the fish production from inland sources contributes about 64% to total fish production in India, and this sector alone contributes 0.8% to our GDP. Next, most emerging occupation is the horticulture. It refers to the science and art of cultivating fruits, vegetables, flowers, spices, medicinal plants. Presently, India is the second largest producer of fruits and vegetables in the world. High crop production led to golden revolution. This is also an important term, that the golden revolution is related with what? It is related with the horticulture farming. And this golden revolution emerged during the years of 1991 to 2012. I repeat, horticulture is the most emerging occupation in agriculture sector. Next one is the information technology. It is no doubt that the IT sector brings a dynamic changes in all the sectors of Indian economy. There is a strong belief that the IT will play a commanding role in attaining sustainable development and food security in the 20th century. It definitely going to help the government to predict the area of flood insecurity and vulnerability through proper information and software tools. Similarly, it also helps farmers by providing them up-to-date information regarding and having a better track over crops, prices, weather conditions, soil condition for growing different crops. So here are some of the productive activities which are directly or indirectly connected with our agriculture sector. Now coming to the second important issue, as I told you, we are discussing about two emerging issues. The first one is your diversification part and the second one is your organic farming. In recent years, awareness of the harmful effects of chemicals, fertilizers, pesticides on our health are on rise. Conventional agriculture, that means the traditional way of cultivation, it heavily dependent on chemical fertilizers which enter the food supply, penetrate the water sources, deplete the soil and harm the natural ecosystem. Therefore, for sustainable development nowadays is a burning topic, right? It is a most debatable topic. So for sustainable development, we need eco-friendly technologies. Sustainable development aims to develop the present generation without affecting the quality of life of future generation. Please bear in your minds that it does not prohibit the use of any resource, but it aims to restrict their use in such a way that it is left for the future generation. Now coming to the definition of organic farming, which is the most burning topic, it is a process of producing food naturally. This method avoids the use of synthetic chemical fertilizers and genetically modified organisms. It is very eco-friendly, very essential for sustainable development. It has a zero impact on environment. Organic food is growing in popularity across the world. Many countries have around 10% of their food system under organic farming. There are many retail chains and supermarkets which are accorded the green status to sell organic food. Moreover, organic food command higher prices of around 10 to 100% than conventional ones. And in India, the organic marketing system is also taking up its path. I mean, it is also coming in light, right? So organic farming is a very important topic in the present era. Now coming to the benefits. What are the benefits? What are the advantages of going for an organic farming? First, you know that because it discards the use of chemicals, right? So it will sustain the soil fertility. Secondly, I am already told you that unlike conventional farming, it is free from synthetic chemicals or fertilizers. So it is 100% eco-friendly technology. It provides healthy food which have high nutritional value than the conventional grown crops. It is inexpensive technology for small and marginal farmers, which constitute the major farming community. So organic farming offers an inexpensive farming technique to these small and marginal farmers. it generates more income or revenue to the government. Why so? Because the demand for organic food is very huge in international market. So by exporting the organic products, a government can generate higher revenue. So these are some of the benefits of adopting the organic farming techniques, right? Now coming to the challenges in the way of organic farming. Why organic farming still not adopted by the farmers in India? And the first reason behind is it needs popularization, because people are not aware about the benefits of organic farming, about the tools of organic farming. So it needs popularization by creating awareness, willingness on part of the farmers to adopt this new technology. Second one is the less output. The yield, the output from organic farming is less as compared to the modern agriculture farming. But this is only in initial years. So small and marginal farmers who can't wait for the long period, it is difficult for them to opt this technology. Next one is a high input cost. The cost of the organic inputs generally higher than those of the industrially produced chemical fertilizers or other inputs used in conventional or traditional farming system. So this is the reason that this high cost which prohibits the small and marginal farmers, because in India small and marginal farmers constitute the bulk of farming community. So they are unable to adopt this technology. Next one is inadequate infrastructure and marketing. There is no proper infrastructure and marketing facilities available for organic farming alone. So this is another hurdle in the way of organic farming. These are some of the challenges which needs the focused attention of the policy makers or economists in order to develop this system of farming in India for sustainable development. So in nutshell, in spite of remarkable changes, I would like to say that the rural community or rural sector still continue in a state of backwardness. So there is a greater need of today that we have to make this sector more vibrant, either through diversification of productive activities, which you have already done in the form of animal husbandry, fisheries, horticulture, etc., right? Or linking up the rural production centers with the urban or foreign market centers so that it will give a higher returns. Moreover, we need the infrastructure in the form of credit, in the form of market, and we need a farmer friendly agriculture policies, because today we cannot look at the environment and rural development as two different subjects. They are not different from each other, right? There is a need to invent or procure alternate sets of eco-friendly technologies that lead to sustainable development in different circumstances. So here I wind up my topic just by saying that the policy makers should focus their attention on the defects, on the challenges, or on the hurdles in the way of organic farming, and they also promote the aspect of diversification, because we are still lagging behind. Farmers, the farming communities still not aware about these diversified activities. So this is the reason why we are still lagging behind. Now coming to the most important part, it is the question. Please do these questions for practice. Thank you.